So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, sponsored by Falcon Contracting. And yes, you are here for another prediction show. Hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of the content when we're not live. And you are with myself, Sam and Håkan. And we are going for Michael Hunter versus Artem Suslenkov. Hunter, 25 fights, 22 wins, 2 draws, 16 knockouts. Suslenkov, 10 fights, 10 wins, 7 knockouts. He was last out in February against Bilal Legaun, which he won unanimous decision, which was a 4-rounder. Hunter was last out in March. Ignacio Esparza, which he won TKO round 5. I actually watched that one. Ignacio was so overweight. It was horrific, but it was sort of a double Andy Ruiz going on. He was that sort of overweight, but Hunter did enough, and he actually broke the guy down, and the guy didn't want any more going back to his corner. So it shows
what round was it?
Round 5. So he really did punish him, and it was to the body as well, which was absolute madness. And this fight is going to be in Uzbekistan on April the 14th. So who wants it first? Should we go Håkan on this one?
Yeah, this fight is on the IBA Champions Night in Tashkent, Uzbekistan on probably around afternoon time start in the UK. And I'm not familiar with Suslenkov, but he has a good record. It's 7 KOs in 10 wins. But I think Michael Hunter wins on stoppage, maybe round 7-8.
Yeah, I think we're looking levels on this one, aren't we, lads? To be perfectly honest,
Yeah.
Michael Hunter almost becoming a bit of a forgotten man. And I really hope he gets those big fights again, because I really like Michael Hunter. I really like the way he boxes, the way he fights. He will literally stand there toe-to-toe with anyone. And I think he doesn't shy away from anyone. I think he just wants that big opportunity. And I think he'd take it if he got it. And this is just him staying active and keeping the fights coming in. As I say, he fought in March. He's now coming back out in April. I think it just shows how eager he is to get in those fights. For me, Hunter wins this by stoppage. I think, Suslenkov, he's obviously very good at his level, but we are talking a lot better levels here with Michael Hunter. And I think we're going to see that stoppage around sort of the round 6. I think he does what he did to the last guy. He breaks the engine down, and then he'll force the stoppage. So that's where I'm sitting with this one. Sam, are you kind of in the similar sort of ballpark on this one, mate?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same. But I mean, that Lagoon win for forgot his name already. Suslenkov. That's a big win for him. That Lagoon win, because Lagoon's a tough opponent, but we are talking about levels here. I like the fact how Michael Hunter's back out straight away.
Yeah.
From his last fight. Of course, he knocked the guy out, and it was quite a comfortable night's work for Hunter. I think he had a bit of time off as he fought in 2021 for Frost, and then he came back with a journeyman called Miguel Corbos. But I mean, it's just a matter of fight. He's ticking over.
Yeah.
He's staying active, because some fighters, they have one big fight, and then they're just there, sat there waiting for the phone to ring. But on Hunter's side, at least he's being active. He's having these fights, even though the opponents ain't, not
at the level. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to sound rude, but I think 10-0. So I mean, he hasn't lost yet. 7 knockouts, so a decent record. Should be a bit of a tougher challenge than the last opponent.
Yeah.
But I think it will take Hunter a few rounds. But once Hunter gets going, I can imagine. I'm sitting around the same sort of rounds with you. Actually, I'll say around earlier. I'll say round 5 if Joel, if Joel goes round 6 and Hawkins said I think you said 7, then yeah, I'll go with round 5 then for Hunter TKO, and then I think it's a matter of time before he starts to get. Who knows? Maybe that Bacoli rematch could be a big fight for him, or
that's been something he's been after for some time. But I think with Michael Hunter I think he would quite happily. I think he's one of those guys that stays in the gym constantly. He fights. He stays active, as we say. But at the same time, I think if anyone did drop out of those big fights, you always hear Hunter. You see him all over social media saying, "I'll be the guy to step in."
Or Sanchez dropped out,
he'll step in.
Give him a call because he'll be ready.
And there'd be cracking fights as well. That's the thing. You're getting a guy that's coming in at a high level that wants to fight. He's ready to fight. So
I mean, his draw with Povetkin, I thought that could have gone his way.
I thought he won it.
Same.
Personally,
I thought maybe 2 rounds in it. I thought Hunter won, but it's what it was.
And he came. If we look back at that fight, I know Hawkins nodding as well, but Hunter flew out the block in that fight and literally threw the kitchen sink in those first few rounds. And Povetkin looked in trouble, like majorly in trouble. Yeah. And I think he almost gassed himself out because he thought, I have to do this. And he almost made Povetkin like unable to sort of really fight back other than sort of try and get behind a jab, because he had nothing left in the tank either. He'd sort of burnt himself out through too much energy, but it knocked the energy out of Povetkin. It was a cracking fight. But yeah, this is the level where we've got Hunter at, and I really hope he gets the opportunity because, as I say, he's one of those guys.
Joy sort of fight, you know what I mean?
I think they'd be cracking fights for him. I think he could go over into a Saudi Arabia card and entertain. That's the sort of guy they want over there. And
I mean, he's been over there once before.
Yeah, I just think with what's going on over there at the moment, I think he slots perfectly into what they're looking for. I think 100%. He's that sort of guy. So, yeah, this will be an interesting one. Are we going to see the start of a new big Russian unit coming into the heavyweight fold, or are we going to see Hunter doing what he does best? Let us know in the comments. Hit the subscribe button as well. Give us your predictions for this fight. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this one, and I hope Hawkins right that we get it hopefully on a bit of DAZN. If not, we'll find it somewhere on a stream, and we'll bring it to you as well. But looking forward to this one. Hunter versus Suslenkov in Uzbekistan. What a mouthful. Until then, go on. You're getting the hang of this now, Hawkan. Over to you.
Have some of this.
Have it.